Hello students, hearty welcome to my channel. In today's class we are going to discuss about what are CSV files. Although we have already discussed what are CSV files earlier, but today the discussion is going to be a bit detailed because we will be specifically working with a module named CSV which is used for handling CSV files. Now what are CSV files? CSV files stand for comma separated values. So hence CSV files will be comma separated value files. Now comma separated value files are, you can say that every value, every data is represented by in this form where it is separated by comma. So you can see over here that this is one record, and in this one record every data item is separated by a comma in between. So because of this reason only CSV files are very easy to handle. They are easy to handle. They are easy to handle. They are faster to process. They can be easily imported and exported to and from your spreadsheets or databases. They can be parsed easily. Parsing means they can be read by any program easily. They are easily understandable and can be edited manually. And they can also be read by various applications. So there one very important feature is you can once you create a CSV file, you can open it using any spreadsheet software like MS Excel or OpenOffice Calc, Google Sheets, LibreOffice Calc. Okay, so any spreadsheet application or any database application can be used for opening CSV files, and they can be easily imported and exported from files to such spreadsheets or databases. So not only we can import, we can also export this data. Now CSV files are easy to handle and they can be used for handling big data, as we had discussed when we were studying NoSQL database, that is MongoDB. As most of these social networking sites, shopping sites, they work with unstructured data which doesn't follow a specific structure, whereas in case of relational databases they always follow a specific structure. So such databases which don't follow a specific structure, they have a large amount of unstructured data which could be easily managed with the help of comma separated values. So unstructured data could be structured, given a specific structure using CSV files. So that is the reason why CSV files are of very great importance in creating your programs which are based on flat file systems. But you can say that this is still a flat file you can say it is a flat file electronic storage of data which can be easily stored by means of a comma, and here this comma is known as a delimiter. So such flat file systems are easy to read by various applications. That is the reason why CSV files have a definite identity. So we would be performing two important operations, that is reading from a CSV file, and second one, writing to a CSV file. And for doing that, we would be importing a CSV module by using this statement, import CSV. This is very important. So let us see how we can read and write using CSV. So for performing this operation, suppose for performing a simple read operation, we will be first importing the CSV file. Now within this, after this we are going to open the file. So I will use file equals open, and we can provide any path as I had already explained before, and I am going to save some data into the CSV file. Suppose I am going to store data which refers to employees. So let me take the file as employee.csv, and it should store employee code, employee name and salary. Only these three things I am taking right now: employee code, employee name and salary. For purposes of quickening our task, I have skipped two values, that is your department and your designation. Employee.csv, and provide a comma, and it will accept simple R, that is your read mode, and it won't take a B, that is it is not a binary file. Okay, remember that CSV files could also be handled by using the normal read and write operations of files. So now after doing this, we are going to create a CSV reader. A CSV reader object, which is like a temporary memory object created, which reads the entire content of a CSV file. We should know that a CSV file is something which is stored on your hard disk. So from this, data is read and it is stored in a CSV reader. And in the CSV reader, it is stored in the form of a list, where every line which you see over here, it is a record. Okay, so we can access data easily from here using our program. So that is what we are going to follow here. So after doing this, we are going to create a CSV reader. So I am naming it as emp CSV reader object and equal to CSV dot reader, and within brackets the file object. So this will create a CSV reader object, and everything whatever is there in the file will be saved in EMP_CSV_reader. So here EMP underscore CSV underscore reader object, it actually stores all the records in the form of a list. Where comma is used to provide separation between each of the individual data values or field values. So how to read data from here? Now we would be using for record in EMP CSV reader. I can print it over here, print record. So this way all my individual records will be read from the CSV reader and it would be displayed on the screen. At the end I can write file dot close. So this is a simple question where we are only reading the records from a CSV file. Now to write to a CSV file. How do we write into a CSV file? So for that also everything would be the same. Few changes would be there. So here instead of R, I'll be taking A, that is append mode, because I would be adding more to this file. And now over here I'm going to take some variables. I'll be creating a writer object, CSV writer object first. Just like a CSV reader object, we also have a CSV writer object. So this CSV writer object is also a temporary memory region like this, which will store all our data in the form of lists. So how to create a CSV writer object? Suppose I have named it as EMP underscore CSV underscore writer equals CSV dot writer. Provide the name of the file object. After the comma, provide the delimiter as comma, which says that after every field value a comma has to be inserted. Now we will take ANS equals Y, while ANS equals true, that is while ANS equals Y, read the values. So I will be reading M code, enter employee code, ename, enter employee name, and salary. Enter salary. So all these things are entered, and now we will create an list object called record and add all these values to it. So we created a list object over here, and now we will write EMP underscore CSV underscore writer dot write underscore row function record. So this write row function will write one row which is in the form of a list, providing the comma delimiter after each of the field values, and at the end it automatically adds a new line character also, so you don't have to worry about that. ANS equals input, continue, If the user says yes, then this work will continue, and finally we will be closing the file. For understanding this program better, let us see it on a computer. So let us see an example of how to create a CSV file and how to perform read and write operations on that. So I will first open a new file and I will save it in a particular location. Say over here I'm going to save the CSV file emp CSV read write demo. This is the name of my file, and here I'm going to create the CSV file to perform read as well as write operations. Now for performing a read operation, as I already explained, that we have to first import CSV module, and now we will write file open. We will first specify a name emp CSV dot, or we'll simply write emp data dot CSV, and we will give a read mode to it, because first we will open the file in the read mode, perform the read operation and then perform the write operation. So you can create a CSV file very easily. Like, we'll first go to our explorer, because before reading it is very important that we first create a file. So we'll go to the location where we have saved all our files, and here I'm going to just create a CSV file. You can see an example over here also. The student attendance, it is a CSV file. If I just open this, it is actually a file which is generated by Microsoft Teams, and it shows the attendance of the students who are present. So we can take any CSV file. That is the advantage, that it is used for exporting data as well as importing data, and it can be used to move data to and from, that is in between your flat file systems and relational database systems. So here this is an example of a CSV file where you can see some columns, that is you can see full name, user action, timestamp. So each of these in a CSV file, they are separated by a comma. So the same file, if I open using Notepad, you will be seeing that it opens in a CSV format. So if I right click on it and I go to open with and press Notepad, you will be able to see that every data is separated by a comma. So sometimes data are separated by a comma, sometimes by a tab space, because normally in Microsoft, in Excel recognizes or encodes it in the form of Unicode characters. So we are going to open another one, that is product list, and you can see that this is a CSV file where all the data is separated by a comma. So we are going to create a CSV file. We'll open MS Excel, and here first we will create a file with mport, ename and salary, three values. So let me magnify my screen. So I'm going to type some values over here. So I'll be typing the values E101, At least 5 records we should have. I'm going to type 5 records. So we have this file where we have stored some records, and now we are going to save this file. So we'll go to File, Save, and here we are going to go to Browse and select the location where I have been saving all my programs. And here I will save it with the name MCSV or EMP data. Let me check the name from the program itself. The name was empdata.csv. So I'm just going to type empdata. And from here, save as type, I'm going to select the type as CSV, comma, delimited. And press save. It will just ask me for a confirmation. So I will just press yes because I want to keep using this format. And now you can see that the sheet name has also changed to empdata. So I'm going to close this file now. And now I'm going to just I'm going to type the file, type the statements. So first I'm going to create a CSV reader. So mcsv reader equals csv.reader file. So this will create a CSV reader file, and as you will be able to see it, just a second, let me open my whiteboard, Microsoft whiteboard. While it opens, I'm going to write the other statements. So this CSV reader stores all the files, all the complete data of the file in the form of a list of lists, where individual records form individual lists within the outer list. So it, with the help of this, it is, as you know, that it is very easy to manipulate lists in Python. So we can easily use this list to perform any kind of operations. So what we can do is, normally such a file is stored on the hard disk in the form of a CSV file. So this CSV file is mdata.csv, which is stored on the hard disk. This will be read into a temporary memory region, which is your CSV reader object. And the name of the CSV reader object we have already specified, mcsv reader, which will contain individual lists. That is, it will read all the records from my actual CSV file, which is on my hard disk, and it will store everything in the form of individual lists, which can be processed by our program. So this is the technique which we are going to use over here. So now we'll come back to our file and we'll try to read the content. So for record in emp underscore csv underscore reader, I'm going to print the record and file dot close. So let us see how this works. So you can see that all the records which you had written into that file, which we opened in Excel, you can see that all the values are read. So we can easily read the values, and now we have to write values into the file. So to write values into the file, we have to apply a similar step. Writing also, if the file doesn't exist, then it easily writes everything. If the file doesn't exist, then it creates the file and then it writes into the file. So we are going to write something also in the file. So for that, what I am going to do is again open the file using the write mode, mdata.csv, and this time I am going to open it in the append mode because I will be adding on to the previous content of the file. So I'll be naming it as mcsv writer equals csv dot writer file file object comma delimiter as comma. And now I'm going to read values from the user. So I'll be taking ANS equals Y, while ANS is equals Y. I'll be reading employee code, E code. Enter the employee code, E name. Enter the employee name. And sal. Sal, you can take an integer also, float also. So I'm taking integer because normally salaries are also paid in whole numbers only. Enter the salary. And we will create a record out of this. So I'm just going to name it as record, which will have these three values. And now I will be writing this to the file. So for this I will be using a CSV writer object. Now CSV writer object also works in the same way. This is the program. The program creates a writer object which is of this form. And in this we keep on storing the record. So how what we do is we create the writer object, which is a temporary memory region. Now we will be asking for a value, a record from the user, and then that record is usually in the form of a list, which I just explained right now. So it would be something of this type. And some salary. So it would be of this type. Now in the CSV writer object, this is the CSV writer object. So in the writer object, I had provided the delimiter as comma. So wherever it finds a comma, it creates a separate item. So it is stored in the form of a list object only. So that is with the help of a write row function. So when we use the write row function, this one value is read from the user, then it is written into the CSV writer. So CSV writer will contain all the records which are being entered by the user, and at the end when you finally close the file, at that time all these records will be written to your disk file. So how we are going to do it? emp underscore csv underscore writer dot write row. We'll use the write row function for doing this record. So using this we can write the values, and now we will ask from the user whether the user wants to continue or not. And if the user continues, then we will continue doing this work. Otherwise we are going to uh, just exit the loop, and finally file dot close. So this way we can close the file, and this time what I am going to do is just take this code of reading data from the file and place it at the end, so that we can also read the content of the file at once. So now that we have this, we are going to run the program, enter employee code. So earlier it was E105, so now it will be E106. Okay, there is some problem, that is has no attribute right row. So we did a mistake in this. There is no underscore. So we will be using right row this way. And let us provide the data. provide yes, E107, and provide no, and we get, you can see there is some discrepancy here, that is there is an empty record also over here, but the records have been inserted. Let us open the file and check it once. Yes, an empty line has also been added over here. So let us check. There might be some problem in our program over here. So we have this. So here the problem is I have to, in the file open function, I have to provide another argument, that is new line equals blank. This will not add any new line character after each record. So let us run this. So now let us provide 110. So now you can see that there are no, I had previously removed the extra lines from the file, from in between the records, and now that I have added that code, so now you can see that no extra lines are added to the added in between the records. So you can easily save your file, save your data and open it in any spreadsheet or database application easily. So this is how you can write data to the file, and you can also read data from a CSV file. So students, with this we will end today's class. I hope you have understood the basic reading and writing operations on a CSV file.